Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Fikret. This video is part of video tutorial dedicated to learning Microsoft Fabric. Alright, let me jump to the Silver Lake house that I created earlier. If you don't have it, go ahead and create that lake house. It's empty for now, and my first step is going to be to create shortcuts pointing to bronze layer. So I'm gonna select tables and click on the three dots, click new shortcut, select Microsoft One Lake and bronze. We'll select these two tables, customer and sales order header, confirm. Okay, now that we have these shortcuts here, we can refer to them as if local tables. So let me open the notebook that I prepared for this demo. This is going to be lesson 3 or 6, silver transformations. My first command in this notebook uses table API, Spark's table APIs, to read from sales order header table in the data frame. I run entire notebook end to end to save time, so I'll just walk you through result. Then I am displaying the data frame here. So let's take a look at the data. So here we have several numeric columns, so sales order ID and customer ID. And then we have two date columns, and then we have float data. We have string type. So these two columns are metadata columns that we added during ingestion. Okay, so now let me scroll down and show you next command, which basically prints the schema or structure of the data frame. So as you can see, all of the columns except the last column has a string type, and that's because we read the data from CSVs and stored it as is. And because CSV files do not contain file types, read APIs assume all these fields to be string type. So that apparently needs to be corrected when you move from bronze to silver. But before we do that, let me show you some inaccuracies that we have in this data. So if I scroll down, you can see that even though sales order ID is numeric, so we have certain string values here. So these string values needs to be eliminated when we convert the data. So let me scroll down. And here's my first transformation, which takes care of data type conversions. And to do that, I am using with column, and we have both transformation chained together. Each with column has column name, a new column name, and expression, which is here as a second argument. In this case, we are not creating new columns, but rather we are assigning existing columns with the new values. What this expression does is just reads this column and then applies cast method to convert its data type to integer. And similarly, we have for other fields, we are converting them to timestamp and the float accordingly. So if I run print schema for this cell, this is what I'll see here. So now we have correct data types. Now, you might be asking, what happens to the rows which has incorrect data? So something like this. When you do conversion, data conversion, if your existing data do not comply with requested target data type, then API converts them to null values. We'll come back to these data irregularities in a moment, For now, though, I'll show you next cell, which applies similar transformation in regard to customer table. And here I am just converting customer ID to integer. So my next cell orders the data by sales order ID and inserted date time columns. And to do that, I am using order by method. You can provide as many columns as you want as an argument to order by. So in this case, sales order ID will be ordered by ascending order, whereas the inserted date time will be ordered by descending order. So that's because I specify descending keyword here. If you don't specify any keyword, they will be ordered by ascending order. Okay, so here is how my data looks like. So as a result of this conversion, these two irregular values have been converted to null. And now, as part of the next transformation, I can isolate these rows.